Hey guys, what's up? Mike McDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you ever wonder about how you can get more people stepping up into your team? How you get more people to be leaders? Well, today's video, I just want to cover, a few steps that you can do to help empower your team to take more responsibility and start to jump up in leadership. So, one thing that you want to do is really delegate the responsibility. And how do you do that when people are new? Well, if you're doing like live group presentations, a great way you can do is assign each person some type of responsibility that they can take part in. So it doesn't have to be anything major, but it could be like, this person is going to be in charge of setting up the chairs every night, and this person is going to be in charge of setting up the computer to the TV for setting up your video or your PowerPoint presentation, and this person's in charge of doing the music or the refreshments or greeting people when they come in. So as you're delegating different responsibilities to people, they're feeling included. Number one, they're feeling important because they have some type of job to do, something that they can contribute to the presentation. And again, it's going to help them start to develop that responsibility and that feeling of importance, and then they're going to want to contribute more. And again, that's going to help step up them into leadership in your business. And then at the same time, it's going to help duplicate yourself, because let's say you can't show up one night. Well, you got all these people doing different jobs, taking different responsibility, different actions that again are going to help them step up. And another thing that you can do that really is going to help to develop responsibility is going to be having new team members contributing with testimonials. So teach them an effective 30-second testimonial. So their name, where they're from, what they were struggling with, and what the result or what they overcame to in the business, and then what the result is now. And again, it doesn't have to be a 5-minute long thing, just a quick 30-second testimonial, and you're going to get a lot more impact if you've got 5 or 6 or 7, a bunch of little 30-second testimonials, than you are having somebody sit up there and talk for being like, it's the Mike McDonald show, let's talk for 30 minutes about my testimonial. It's just not as effective. People zone out, people don't care. But if you can have really quick 30-second testimonials right at one after another, it's going to create that result. And again, how does that develop responsibility in your team? Well, you're helping their leadership development, because this business is really built on belief. And if they're contributing, they're talking about how awesome they're doing, even if it's something small. And again, you don't have to have huge results. Maybe someone has been around for a week and they've got their first customer, or they've gotten their membership fees waived, or they've got their product for free at this point. So it doesn't have to be anything huge or major, but something in the right direction. And again, they're going to be up there talking about how awesome they are, their results. They're going to feel more excited. They're going to get more belief. They're going to feel like they're contributing to the presentation. So again, when you do that, it's going to help their leadership development, but then at the same time, it's going to build more belief in themselves, because they're like, wow, I am kind of a big deal. I'm already up here talking about my results and talking about the good things that I've done. This is fun, they're going to get more excited, and they're going to want to share the opportunity or the products with more people because they're already getting that result. So testimonies is another great way that you can have new people step up. And third way that you can really have people develop responsibility and step up their leadership and work on their leadership development is the idea of having them take over like a part of the presentation. So maybe that's a presentation or a conference call. They're doing the intro. Different ways you can do this. So if you're on a conference call and you might have someone that's new or starting to get some results, have them do the intro. So instead of you just jumping on, talking about what you need to talk about, have that new person edify you. Introduce the call. Hey, welcome to the call. They're welcoming people as they come on, and they edify you, introduce you, and then you do the majority of the call. But again, that's going to step up their responsibility, again, their confidence level, their leadership ability, their public speaking ability. They're going to start to develop all those things that they need to become successful. Another way is 3-way calls. Like, I'll have people that are getting results in my team do 3-way calls for me to help close my prospects or answer questions for my prospects. It's like, cool, I can do it myself, obviously, but it's nice to have a third party. And at the same time, when I'm choosing people in my team, they're practicing their skills, they're developing their abilities to do three-way calls and answer questions. So it's kind of a win-win. So if my prospect doesn't get started, that's totally okay, but I'm helping to teach and train and empower my new team member because they're working on their skills. And again, it's building their belief, their confidence. It's like, holy crap, my upline is calling me to help out with my team, their team members closing their people. Like, this is awesome. So again, you're going to help to empower your team members doing that. And again, it's how they can help to develop their responsibility. And another aspect you can do as well is having them do like the first part of the presentation. So an example could be, let's say you're health and wellness company, and your first part is really all about your products, and then the second part of your presentation, it's like on the business side or the recruiting, the network marketing, whole thing. So again, you have them do that first part. Now you don't have them like, hey, you've been around for one day, go for it. Have them watch a couple presentations first so they can hear you multiple times the right way to do it. But then you're like, okay, cool, you're doing the first half tonight. They might crap their pants, it's totally cool. They might freak out, but it's like, no, you got, you can do it. You've heard me do it, 5-6 times. You got this. It's all good. And the great thing about that too is if they screw up or they say something weird or their presentation isn't that great, it's like you're empowering that new team member, but you're there to do the second part so you can clarify anything that they might have, missaid, or if they said something weird, you can be like, and then you can edify them again in front of the presentation. So as you're in the second half and you're like, hey, this is Billy Bob, he's crushing it right now. He's getting some great results with the products. He's one of the top producers here in the area. So I'll give it up to him for doing that first half of the presentation. And like he said, I'm going to run through the second part for you guys. So if you're into, blah, 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 and you're going to the second half or whatever. So if that, if Billy Bob had more prospects there, he brought friends to that presentation, and you're edifying him in front of the room, it's going to give him even more credibility with his friends or his prospects that he ended up bringing. So again, a couple different tips you can use and plug into. So if you guys got value out of this and you're watching here on Periscope, feel free to tap the screen, throw out some hearts if you got value. And if you are in network marketing, be sure to head over to CoachMikeMcDonald.com. And if you, again, really want to plug into more leadership development, more training, I actually have a free, it's an over an hour-long webinar that you can get access to. You just enter your name and email, and you go over to CoachMikeMcDonald.com/TEMM. It stands for Top Earner Mindset Mastery. I'll flash the link in a sec so you can check it out. But again, you can enter your name and email. You're going to get access to an over hour-long webinar where I go through a lot of the mindset that really separates top earners in network marketing and top earners in their company from the average or the people that aren't getting results. So again, feel free to check that out over at CoachMikeMcDonald.com. But appreciate your guys' time. We'll look forward to talking to you again soon.